Okay, this guy is a GOAT. DJ Carlo, 5 dumb DJ lies, I believe, as a beginner. It's an old video, but we're going to check this out.
Oh, hey DJ, you're finally here. What the heck are you carrying? Oh, these are records because real DJs use vinyl.
Yeah, right.
Didn't you get the memo? We only have CDJs here.
Oh.
Huh? Memo? I never got a memo from my mailman. Mailman? Dude, we emailed you. Email? What the heck is email? Real DJs use snail mail.
Yeah, exactly. Real DJs use rotary phone. What the fuck is a cell phone?
In this video, I'm gonna confess to you 5 dumb DJ lies I believed as a beginner and the truth I discovered about each one as I progressed through my career. But before we begin, let me know in the comment section down below a DJ misconception you believed as a beginner. For example, did you think you needed this or that to become a pro DJ? Or did you think that DJs always get the girls? Because the truth is...
Yeah, that's actually... that is a myth that needs to get debunked. I mean, DJing is like the icebreaker to help you get into the talking zone with a girl because obviously she knows what you do. You're a DJ, and if you're good, yeah, the girl's probably going to be more inclined to talk to you. But a lot of these DJs don't get nothing. And if they do be getting all the girls, these girls be mid as fuck. Trust me.
At least for me. But anyway, with that said, let's begin. When I started out in DJing, I was using the BCD 3000. It was a $150 beginner DJ controller and I simply didn't like it. Yeah, I was scratching, practicing and making mixes
Never heard of that.
But it felt like what I was producing was trash. You see, I had this misconception in my head that if I get the best and most expensive DJ equipment out there, I could be the very best DJ.
That's totally false. That's totally false. This setup here is top-notch goated equipment, right? This is the CDJ, big festival shit. I've heard DJs play on stuff like that here around Dallas, and they fucking suck, bro. And then I've heard guys literally DJ off of an SB3 controller, something that's no bigger than this, and they kill it.
All the top DJs use the top equipment. So eventually, I saved up, took a loan, and bought the most expensive and newest gear out there. And you know what? I was still creating trash content and making mixes like a noob DJ. Nothing got better except the equipment I had, which I eventually returned. Anyway, so the first dumb lie I believed was that DJ gear will make you creative, will make you better, and will get you gigs.
Well, the DJ gear can make you creative, excuse me, because, you know, if the gear has like a bunch of these little buttons on it or whatever, you might be more inclined to explore that, but you can still be creative without all that shit, man, for real.
What will do all of that is not what you use, but your ability and work ethic to get better with what you have to become the better DJ you want to be.
Yeah.
So there I was with my beginner DJ controller, and I practiced with it every day till I got the basics down. And eventually, I finally felt like I was ready to do a live gig. So I told my friends that I'm a DJ, expecting them to tell their friends that I'm a DJ and hoping that one of them would actually book me for a party. And eventually, one of my friends pulled through and got me a party to DJ.
Nice.
The thing was that he wanted
By the way, another thing about this, he said that he hit up one of his friends to do a party. I'm going to tell y'all a big piece of advice, and keep in mind, this guy is a GOAT right now, but even back in the day, when I was probably his age doing this, I didn't ask nobody to do nothing. Like, why the fuck do I have to ask you to do a party when you could just throw your own party? If you have friends, literally save up some money, rent an Airbnb or rent some kind of venue, and just throw your own party. You don't have to keep asking other people to do stuff if you're starting out as a DJ.
Do this party for free since I'm just starting out, and at the time, I didn't think that was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I thought that doing free gigs would dramatically lower my market value as a DJ, and I voiced that concern to my friend. And that friend of mine knocked some sense to me, and he told me that nobody is going to book and pay a nobody beginner DJ who has never DJed a real party.
He's right about that. Nobody's gonna pay anybody that's like a beginner DJ. Well, not really nobody, but he's totally right about that. You got to build your brand up. The only problem is that you have a lot of DJs that do damn near gigs for free that are just starting out, but they get put in the positions that are high up. Like here in Dallas, there's a lot of nightclubs here where DJs who have been playing for no longer than 5 months are opening up for DJs who've been like 20 years of experience at some of the top nightclubs in Dallas. It just doesn't make any sense. It's weird.
And that kind of made sense. I needed this gig more than this gig needed me. Since I was starting out, what I needed the most was experience DJing live and reading and rocking a crowd.
Yes.
So I did it. I took the gig, DJed for 8 hours, and made no money at all. But I did get the experience, and that's all that really mattered.
See, the problem is, like, if you have a gig that's paying, that's making some money, they can at least slide you like $100. I think that's so fucking stupid when you have you're just gonna have somebody DJ for free just because they're brand new and not paying them anything. You can at least give them like gas money. These venues that y'all play at, they're making a lot more money than you think they are. Trust me.
After that gig, I actually started getting more referrals to play from more parties. And I eventually started charging money, and you know what? People started to actually pay me. So what I learned is that DJing
for really good, by the way,
isn't as bad as you think. You get experience, you make connections, and most of all, you get your name out there in your local party community scene. So I got a few gigs here and there and eventually saved enough money to buy turntables. And I began practicing like crazy on them. I would spend every day just honing my skills on these turntables with the objective to get really good in DJing. So much so that my skills will eventually triumph in a couple of DJ competitions. You see, I just wanted to become a DJ champion so that I could get more gigs and have a successful DJ career. So I went into monk mode and shut off the world and just practiced day and night till I eventually won a major DJ championship. And I was really, really happy about it.
In the Philippines or something?
At the end of it all, I didn't really get any more gigs because of it. I actually started getting less since I turned down so many gigs that I could focus on practicing. Anyway,
don't worry about that. If you turn down gigs because you have to focus on practicing, you can always get this shit back up. Trust me, like I said in the beginning, if you're good, you don't have to beg all these motherfuckers for gigs and shit. You can literally save up some money or just tap in your connections and just say like, hey, I want to do my own gig, like my party. And then we'll charge at the door or something like that. You can always build up your momentum like that. But everybody wants to like jump into the clubs and like, hey, can you give me a gig? Can you give me a gig? But I've never been like that. I'd be like, look, how much I got to pay you for that nigga not to DJ? And I'll pay you that much. I'll pay you double for him not to DJ and you let me DJ and let me charge a cover charge at the door. How about we do that?
Change it all for
Trust me, I've done it in college. It works.
Shifted my focus from relying on my connections, trophies, and talents to get me gigs to actually trying to make a difference by producing content that showcased my unique abilities and talents in DJing. So I made mixes, dope DJ videos, and eventually tutorials. And so the gigs started rolling in. So a dumb misconception I believed in the beginning was thinking that skills were the only things you needed to become a successful DJ. But if you're the best DJ, the gigs and money will find you. And oh boy, was I wrong. You see, the path to success in DJing does not only lie in having the ability to DJ really well, but also having the ability to make content like videos and tracks that showcase your unique skills, abilities, and talents.
Yeah, he's right about that. He's right to an extent. And I'll kind of debunk that a little bit. Like what he said is totally right. But there's also other ways as well. You don't have to be the best DJ to get gigs or even be good at it to get gigs. Trust me, I live in Dallas. there are a lot of clubs here where these DJs are, I mean, they're flat out garbage, but they get booked every weekend. They're getting shows all the time. So it's like, what's the deal? Well, they have a big network. And then he also brought up about posting content online. Yes, you should be posting content online. But when I used to work in Cabo, there were DJs I met that had 300 followers, 200, 400 followers. No DJ content on their shit, but they're traveling the world, DJing weddings, private corporation parties, and they're paying off like a mortgage, a house with like 3 kids, and they have no consistent content posting. So I think it's more so where you fit in with your network, because if you get hired by a bunch of entertainment groups, you don't need to be posting content up like that. You know what I mean? But if you're more independent, yeah, you should be posting content. I mean, that makes sense. But again, I'm not trying to discredit what he just said, because everything he said was right.
So there I was, DJing and making content, and I began to think that this was it. That this is all I have to do to get booked and sustain my career. That just DJing and producing were the main things one should do as a DJ. But what I've realized and learned through my years of being a DJ is that a DJ can't just be a DJ. In our time now, they have to be a lot of things, like a videographer, photographer, manager, and especially a social media marketing expert.
And that's where it fucking has gone downhill. Because it's not even just for DJs, it's for like rappers and producers. You have to, people have this pressure to constantly post all of their ideas, all of their mashups, all of their scratch techniques for the public to see, just to broadcast themselves to get gigs. Meanwhile, you got people like, I'm gonna be honest, like me and everybody else, who we just get on here and we just copy everything y'all do and just use it in our own gigs. Because unfortunately, and I'm not even trying to say that to be like whatever, but in DJing, you don't own the music that you play. So when you get on the internet and get thousands, hundreds of thousands of views doing these awesome mashups, awesome scratch techniques and all that, I can be on the other side of the world and just reduplicate everything you did. And trust me, nobody where I'm at is gonna know that I did it, because DJing, I mean, honestly, it really ain't like, it's not like if a DJ drops a mix, it's not like somebody's gonna gravitate to it like if Lil Wayne dropped a new album. You know what I mean? So that's the shitty part about it, is that you're putting out all of the cheat codes just to get gigs. And meanwhile, people are literally copying what you're doing and making money off of it, like me.
And in the beginning, I didn't want to be any of that. I just wanted to focus solely on creating and DJing.
That is cool. I like that.
But as a DJ, I had to realize that I am a commodity. And a commodity cannot get gigs if there's no one there to market it.
Yes.
So I swallowed my pride and assumed those roles. And I started from scratch and just started learning how to make better videos, take better photographs, and especially utilize social media to my advantage.
I like his videos,
that last part was the most crucial. So I started doing posts, advertisements, sponsored posts, and just marketing stuff to get my name even more out there. I used my videos, photos, and every content I had to push my name further into the social media world, and eventually my following grew, and that gave more leverage for bookers to book me. And
that's the thing about it, is that we just want a DJ. It's like nobody wanted to become a DJ, and then now you got to be a social media guy. Now you got to post all this other shit. Now you got to do this. Now you got to tell everybody when you're about to take a shit, when you're about to go to a restaurant. You got to videotape everything. Nobody wants to do that. Now, what you can do, you can hire somebody to do that for you. But if you want somebody that's good, I mean, unless it's like one of your homeboys or homegirls that's willing to do it for you, they're going to charge you a lot of money for that shit. And then if you blow up, they're probably going to come back and ask for a percentage of what the fuck you're making. I don't know, man. It just kind of sucks, man, that we have to become social media experts just to fucking DJ. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
I know. It sucks that we have to rely on likes and followers to justify getting booked. Why can't people just recognize our talents and book us because of that?
Yes.
Well, it's because people are lazy and not a lot of bookers, and people are in it for the art.
Oh, and coming from him, a GOAT, he's totally right. And it really hurts because that's kind of like the truth. They're not in it for the art. They're in it to book the DJ that has the biggest following and all this stuff to bring in the money. Art's not going to get displayed to its fullest potential if the bills ain't getting paid.
Most are in it just for the money, and they would rather look at the metrics than work hard and research a DJ. Now, I know what you're thinking, and I completely agree with you. Social media is the worst. But you have to remember that social media is a tool that everyone has and utilizes to their advantage. And failing to grow with the times and utilize that tool will result in you having a harder time establishing your career as a DJ. So swallow your pride, get off your high horse, and start making good content that you can use to market yourself better. Be it video, photos, songs, whatever. So the gig started rolling in, and I was finally DJing out in the wild, making a few bucks here and there.
Okay.
But the thing about my style of DJing is that I like to showcase my scratching abilities and skills in doing technical and complicated mixing.
Right.
So I often found myself doing cool tricks and having fun, then tediously beat matching tracks together and not having fun. I hated that part, and I wanted to skip that step and go back into showcasing what people in the crowd paid for.
Right.
So the option to use sync began to look appealing, but I didn't start using it right away because I was taught to believe in a stupid lie that said something like this: sync is the worst thing you can do. DJs who use sync
sync is not the worst thing. Y'all can argue about sync all you want, but then you have these fucking DJs who are sponsored by the fucking companies that make the button, and you don't see them complaining about it. No, because they're gonna shut up, get paid, and play on that shit. Sync is honestly a really good button to use, and if y'all hate on sync, how about you not use the controller that has the button on it? How about that? How the fuck are you gonna tell me not to use what's on the controller that I paid my money for? Like, the fuck?
Like this: sync is the worst thing you can do.
Exactly.
DJs who use sync aren't really DJs.
I paid for this controller. How the fuck you gonna tell me I can't use it on my own controller?
They're fake and destroyers of the culture. But then I started to think for myself and started looking at DJs who actually use sync and approve the use of sync. And they're guys like A-Track, Craze, and even Jazzy Jeff. And those guys aren't fake DJs, they're the realest of the real.
What is a fake DJ? What is fake DJ? I mean, if you're a fake DJ, I mean, if you just play the track like a playlist and you're not doing anything on the equipment, I guess you're a fake DJ. But really, what is the definition of fake DJ or real DJ? Because every DJ is different. Some DJs play the songs all the way through. Some DJs change songs every 30 seconds. Some DJs scratch, some don't. Some DJs mix, some don't. So what is fake and real DJ? I don't think anybody can fucking describe that shit.
So I said F it.
Because every DJ does their own thing. We're all different. We all shouldn't be like he's playing on turntables. Everybody's not gonna play on turntables. There's DJs I've heard that play off of their fucking laptop. DJ Trevelya. He's touring the world representing his African country, playing off. Bro, they literally plug an auxiliary to his laptop, then plug that into the CDJ mixer, and he just rocks the crowd. Matter of fact, I think he actually has he takes a Bluetooth keyboard and DJs off of that. So what is a real DJ? What is a fake DJ? Nobody can really define that shit, bro.
Using sync and eventually started having more fun and creative DJ sets. You see, you gotta remember who you're DJing for. You're playing music for the crowd and not for the DJs. The crowd does not care what equipment you have, what buttons or functions you're pressing, or even what tricks you're capable of doing. They just care if you're giving them a good time, and as a DJ, it's our responsibility to always ensure that no matter what way. And that's it.
That's true.
If you made it this far, let me know in the comment section down below.
This is a really good video, man. Shout outs to my boy, man. I agree with a lot of things in this video, man. Y'all make sure to give him a subscribe. And if you are trying to DJ, man, check his stuff out because he has a lot of good tutorial videos. All right.